This story begins where many others generally end. At the time, I worked for a detective agency known as HPD, but I couldn't know then what the acronym really meant. I don't think I ever really knew. For a few months, I'd been on the trail of the man the press not very originally renamed Blowtorch. A clue led me to the extreme outskirts of Miami, in a little out-of-the-way suburb that smelled like rotten fish.
Operator, the caller you have dialed is unavailable. Do you want to leave a message?
Bundy, knock it off. Judging from the traffic noise, I'd say you disobeyed my orders.
Hey, I just went out for a ride on my bike. What's the harm?
At 10 in the evening, I told you to stay home. The case is ours. We're already racing to the scene of the tip-off.
But the cavalry's already here, boss. Let me find one of those clues that Blowtorch left for me, and we will stop the next murder before you even divorce your third wife.
I'm on my fourth, Bundy, and I will never understand why that killer keeps leaving clues just for you.
Do you need to ask? Because I'm his archenemy, his nemesis, his worst nightmare.
More like he enjoys leaving you every time grasping a handful of air.
Oh yeah. Remind me again, old man. Who stopped the Puerto Rican surgeon and the arsonist of the southeast coast? And what about the...
All old news, Bundy. You haven't caught a break for a long time, and for months you've been following Blowtorch without any results. Why don't you go on holiday and let us do the work?
I'm in Miami, dude. Working here is a holiday.
I'm serious, Lars. Give it up.
Listen, boss. I will limit myself to a stealth approach. Identify the victim's flat. I write everything down. I smoke a cigarette. I admire the skyline. I wait for reinforcements. No shootout planned.
That would be difficult, since you never carry a gun with you.
Well, once a chick told me that the weapon at my side makes me clumsy.
Don't cause any shit, Bundy. We'll be there in a short while.
Okay. That means I have a short while to solve this case.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Bundy, don't screw things up, or I swear...
At previous crime scenes, we always found a letter addressed to me, abandoned in the mailboxes. This time, maybe, I would be able to find that letter before the crime was committed. But I had to hurry. I couldn't buzz the whole building without a clue. I couldn't buzz the whole... As much as I love... An antique... The alley led around the building before examining the area. I looked at the various men. The only problem remaining was how maybe using something. It was equipped nevertheless. Maybe. That stuff tasted like chewing gum stuff. I know that because. The door was one of the... It wouldn't be... I couldn't buzz... I couldn't... I couldn't... I couldn't buzz... I couldn't... Someone left a stupid... Someone left... I couldn't buzz... I couldn't buzz... I could... I love making prank calls. I love making a telephone number, someone left a It was equipped as much as Maybe there was still something useful in Green Dart's flask. Normally I would have filled it with scotch, but I didn't want to find myself in Orlando and... Hey. There really was some scotch tape. There was nothing else in the... An antique... Here's what the taxpayers must... The conditions of the... A stone big... I didn't need to make the ladder come down. It was equipped with a nevertheless. Maybe you... Someone left... I couldn't buzz... The name on the button. I love making I couldn't buzz... I love... A telephone number. The alley led around the... Before examining... That stuff tasted like chewing gum stuck under a desk for... I know that because at school... Ace Frizzo's, the engine... Ace Frizzo's vending machine. The only way in. As much as I... There was nothing else. There was nothing else. An antique and An antique... The door was one of those I wouldn't be able to... It wouldn't help me in any way. It wouldn't help me in any way. Someone... I couldn't but... I couldn't but... I couldn't but... I couldn't... The name on the button... Someone left a stupid smile. The name on the button told me absolutely nothing. The name on the button told me absolutely nothing. It was equipped with a... Nevertheless, maybe using... It was equipped with... I didn't need to make the ladder come down. That stuff tasted like chew... I know that. Ace Frizzo's the engine... That stuff tastes... I know... The alley led around the... Before exam... The alley led around before... I was all out of... I could certainly have managed, but it would have woken the... Maybe using something thin for... I didn't need... I thought it was better. I was all out... Maybe. Or... In that moment... It was an Maybe. Maybe. No matter how hard I tried. I thought it was better. I didn't Maybe. Was it really? In that moment, no matter... I thought... Maybe. Maybe. Was it really worth... In that moment... I couldn't buzz... No matter how hard... In that moment... I was all out... Was it really worth... I didn't... In that moment... I didn't Was it really worth? No matter how hard I... Maybe. Sometimes. I thought... In that... I... No matter how... Was it really worth it? I could certainly have, but it would have woke... Maybe you... In that moment... I love making prank calls, but this really wasn't the right moment. Was it really... I didn't I was all out... So... I thought it was... So... Was it really... I was all... Maybe. I thought it was... In that I thought it was... Maybe. In that... Better. It was equipped with nevertheless. Maybe you... Sometimes. No matter how... That roll of Scotch tape... I thought it was... That roll of Scotch tape must have... Heavy enough to break a glass. The ladder was too high for me. I couldn't even... As always, by that time, I only had a game. I didn't need to set... I thought it was better to look... Sometimes... My badge was... The only thing I accomplished... The badge was so... The way it was stuck... As usual, the letter was ripped. With Scotch tape, I would be able to... Well, I'd have to think of... I would have stuck the Scotch tape in the back. I always hated If I have to waste time on this... I hate this stuff. Once I received a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle as a present. I sold it to my nephew. It wasn't as difficult as I feared. At that point, well, I remember... Where could I find a source of heat? In order to reveal the hidden... I didn't understand. I thought it was my beloved badge. How much abuse. The door was one of the... I wouldn't be able... Someone left... I could... It would... Maybe. No matter... I was all out of... Maybe. I was all... Maybe. Was it really? Maybe. The vending machine's engine emitted a faint heat, maybe intense enough to show the hidden writing on the letter. And first, nothing happened. I was about to give up when it happened. The first characters appeared. The letter corresponded in every way with the ones found before. Supportive tone, an apparent desire to support the police force, then laced with a sudden temper tantrum hinting at a killing frenzy. I had to dig into this, looking for clues. The usual outburst, then I saw that face. I took a mental note. That smile, The apartment was registered. I hoped I got there in...
Yes? Who is it?
I'm Detective Bundy from HPD. If you don't mind, I need to ask you some questions. He didn't answer immediately. Moments of total silence passed, during which I thought he had hung up.
Sorry for the hesitation, but I really don't understand what you would want from me. I'm just a normal citizen who...
Yes, of course, but I really need, and I mean really need, to talk to you. With a certain urgency, too. Can you open the front door?
I hate to be a killjoy, but you have a warrant. I don't want to get into trouble with my landlord.
You know what? I guess I forgot it in my other hand. Anyway, I already told you that...
Listen, the landlord is a real pain in the ass, and I don't want any trouble.
If it's such a big deal, you won't have any problem coming back with a warrant.
In my entire career, I had, despite the fact that the gun... Besides the front door, that ladder would have... The stone was ideal for hitting the problem was that... In that moment... I was all out of ideas. As much as